Hi everyone and welcome back. Today I will be showing you a couple of the best defense teams in my opinion that I have seen, how to change them, what are the configurations you can use, what are the current approaches, and something important to mention is taking into account that the new hero will be released on Monday, which means that maybe some meta could change because the new hero arrived and it could be amazing. It could be that links with current meta, like imagine, in my opinion, will be good with Dante Octavia, but I could be wrong. It will depend on the position of the health or and the percentage of each of the skills. But or it could be a totally new meta team. Okay, we don't know this, or it could be a ways of a hero or a hero that is okay, but there are other heroes that they are better, type of cascade or something like this. Okay. Important thing is this hero, or for this hero, Nexter has decided to follow the approach of Lara Croft. So it will be a very long event where you will need to do some tasks and pay some money to get the soul stones of the hero. This is a problem because for two main reasons. One, before you could go and save, you go to your shop from Global Championship, which is here, you always were able to buy evolution books, right? It's what everyone used to do. This allows you to move a hero from 5 to 6 stars, so it gives you 300 soul stones. If you don't use the 300 soul stones, it returns to you in coins. Okay, so this was the best buy. It was something that it takes time. I have 3, which is 4,500, and you use this to evolve the heroes. Looks like the new heroes will not be able to be evolved in this manner, so you need to get the soul stones. Whatever it is, if it's payment or it's task or it's a combination of both, looks like this is the new manner, which means I go against in circles and the same. Another thing that makes things more expensive. So it's not like blue spheres, hero way, talisman. Now they have making all these changes that makes more expensive or more difficult to level up heroes. Okay, first thing. Second thing, and it's very similar problem, looks like the weapon artifact of the hero, you will not be able to get it via artifact coins. You know, like you have Valkyria Favor, this gives you artifact coins. With the artifact coins, you can level out your artifacts. You click and that's it. Okay, so looks like that now the weapon, at the same as happened with Tenebris, you are not able anymore to pay your artifacts and level up. Okay, like for example, imagine I would like to level up one here I'm working on now, Helios. I go to my artifacts. I need 150. I go here. I go to merchant, and then it's okay. I'm going to change, so I can change for almost 60,000. You get the weapon. Okay, so I spend this. I have the weapon. You will not be able to do this anymore with new heroes. You will need to do the events. What happens? I don't have any clue. Like for example, if I go to what happens after, right? If you don't get everything, I don't know. Like I go with my Tenebris. I have 5 stars. I go 5,700 extra. I need like 9,300 to be able to max out the weapon, but I don't know when this is going to be released. Maybe they release in 6 months, and I will be able to max out the weapon artifact. Okay, I don't know what is going to happen there. Anyways, take this into account. Okay, and now to the theme, which was the best defense. Have prepared a couple of defense already to show you what they look like. Okay, and I will explain with a real example of how to build this defense. Okay, so first defense, Oya Tristan is still there, which is usually Oya Tristan, Kella, and Aiden. Okay, for a tank, the most common thing I have seen is this Chava, and this is a Dirty Chava, and I will explain what is a Dirty Chava. Dirty Chava is a Chava that need to have all the physical attack you can give to Chava, need to look like that is orange 4, because need to look like it's a max out hero, need to have talisman 50, like this one that looks like it's max out hero, but you should have around 600k of health. So let me go and see you. So you here, this is what is called a Dirty Chava. Dirty Chava is because it's not level up, but looks like level up. As you see, this one is 91k. You see the talisman 50, it have all the gears. You really don't need all of them. You need only the ones that give you physical attack. In Glyphs, you only take physical attack. I did a Spark of Power because for me it's almost free. The idea is always to go around 600 of health and avoid always to go over 10,000 or 12,000 of armor and magic defense. Okay, this is the key. Why you will level up this number is because to look like. So, in other words, all the gears to be at least level 4 to look like is max out, talisman 50, Glyphs physical attack, skin physical attack, artifacts, you need max out the weapon. Okay, you don't need this, you don't need this. As far as you get approx 600 of health, approx 550 to 650 of health, it will work. The thing of this is because Chava will ultimate faster. It works only for defense because it gives you a lot of randomness. Okay, so this was a dirty Chava. The idea is to make him ultimate and eat the front hero. Why? Why someone will be interested to do this? Like, why I do this? For example, here you say Kayla and Aiden. The most common thing is I play with Corvus, Altar. When Kayla jumps, Altar is put. Altar will kill Kayla. I have Morrigan, so Aiden will not be able to resurrect. It's game over. What happens here is because Chava is dirty, it has very low health, very low armor. It will ultimate faster because it will lose faster life, and when you lose life, you gain energy. So there is two things could happen. The barb of Chava can go to Corvus, and then Corvus doesn't put the altar, or Chava can eat Corvus before the altar is put. If this happens, you will not be able to kill Kayla. Okay, so maybe this happens 9-1, like 1 every 10 battles, but it could happen. So you need to be very careful when you play against Chava because you don't know it's going to be dirty or not. For example, if I see this team, Tristan doesn't have the talisman, but I see 560. I already know that something is weird here. Like because it should be around 600k with all the talismans except Tristan. Chava has a super skin. Kayla has a super skin. So this looks like something is missing there. What a lot of people does is they play with the same dirty Chava, but they level up maybe Oya and Tristan to level 65, Kayla to level 80, then this team to go to 610, something like this. You have 1 or 2 heroes level 80 plus 1 hero level 65. So I see multiple combinations like Oya, Tristan, Aiden level 65, Kayla level 80. I see Oya, Kayla level 80 and Tristan level 60 or 65, or Aiden level 65. I see a combination of this. So when you see the team, it's 610, 605. So you think this team is probably a max out team, but level 40. Whereas what you are going to fight against is a team with heroes level clips 80, not 40, and with a dirty Chava. So it's completely different approach of the team. Okay, so you need to take this into account. Okay, so this is, I see a lot. I have played with this, and despite my Kayla or Tristan, they are not level 80 at all. I think they are level 45 or something like this. It has given me already a couple of success battles. Okay, the other approach is to go to using Corvus. Okay, when you play with Corvus, here there is nothing to hide. Corvus need to be level 80 or at least level 70, and then you need to have Kayla level 80, you need to have Oya and Tristan level 65 or 60, each of them. And then this team is super strong because if you fight against using your own Corvus and your own Corvus level 40, you will not be able to kill Kayla. Okay, so I have seen again. Then we have the approach of no tank, and I put Fafnir. This team is usually the killer of the majority of Oya, Tristan, Kayla teams. So you can go with this mirror team, which is Tristan, Oya, Kayla, Aiden, and Fafnir, and you will be able to kill. So this team is difficult to beat. You need to have a very particular approach. Very important point. The talisman of Tristan, I don't have it. I think with talisman is better because he needs sometimes this health because it's the engine. Because without him, you don't have armor penetration. Okay, so take this into account. It's the risk here. The idea always is when you fight against this team is I need to kill Tristan as soon as possible. Okay. Then this is approach common of Oya, Tristan, Kayla. Okay. Then what some people is doing is they want to put Tristan and Oya in the same team because you don't want to put all your ace in the same team. And there are two different philosophies here. There are people who prepare to go to 1 or 2 very strong teams and the third team not be that strong. Other people like to mix in the 3 of them in a manner that you need to use heroes for killing one team that maybe you need for the other team. So it will depend on your strategy here. Okay, so imagine you want Oya to be used in a different team, right? This could happen. You don't want Oya to be, maybe you want to use Oya with Kid Hits team. So what they do is they play with Chava. This Chava need to be as maxed out as possible, okay? Chava, Julius with Tristan and Fire Siblings, okay? This also goes very well. The same thing with Chava. Julius protected by Chava is very nice because then Julius ultimates, start to protect the team, start to giving critical hits to the team. That works very well with Tristan, okay? And Kayla, of course. So this is another approach. Another approach is altogether they remove Aiden, and they put Fafnir. Okay, this is very similar to what we had seen before. This is the new team. I will say the new 2 teams. So new, not at all, because it's JJJ. Okay, so this one here will be Julius, Judge, Isaac, the old progress team. They put Sebastian, and particularly with the talisman of Julius that gives health and the physical attack of Isaac. If you play with Lara, this team is quite difficult to beat. Okay, they are managed to beat it, but it's quite difficult to beat. Particularly if Lara and Julius are level 70 or above. Okay, like I think it was yesterday we fight against a team where Julius, Sebastian, and Lara were about 70, and it was difficult to beat. Okay, like we simulated against the same team with Julius level 60 and Lara level 80, and another time with Julius level 80, Lara level 75. But because Sebastian was level 80, the result ended up like the team survives with only Julius with 100k of life. Okay, so but this team is difficult to beat. Okay, so a critical hit team is a team that when I need to fight weird teams that I have never fight before, you always have Dante Octavia, you have Oya Tristan Kayla, and then my third team currently for testing is this one, JAJ with Sebastian and Lara. Okay, but you need to have Julius and Lara level up. Particularly Lara at least level 65, Julius at least level 70 of glyphs. Okay, Julius needs this additional physical attack and this additional health. The other alternative is the one you see below, which is Julius with Sebastian and Lara, but you put Jasmine and you put Aiden. I will explain this. Well, it's obvious, right? Like you have Jasmine. Jasmine attacks 7 times with the ability of critical hits of Sebastian and the high level of Jasmine critical hits. This is a guaranteed 350k of pure damage. Plus the damage that Jasmine does, it means it will kill something. Okay, so this is the idea. And then Sebastian, a lot of synergy with Julius and a lot of synergy with Lara for the critical hits. Okay, why Aiden? Aiden is super important because the super counter hero for critical hit teams is always Helios, and he got magic penetration, which is what he needed. I think still for my test that you still need Orion, but with him, so something like Astaroth, Nebula, Iris, or let me create here. Okay, this team usually, and then you put Helios here, and then you put Orion. This team is I will say, the super counter for critical hit teams, particularly with the teams that has Jasmine for the marks. So Helios is going to do a lot of damage against heroes doing critical hits. Orion will give you magic penetration, which is very important for Helios and Iris. Iris with the Nebula, increasing the power of Iris. It will do a lot of damage, more with the magic penetration of Orion. And then Astaroth for resurrection to ensure that if one of them dies, particularly Iris, is protected. Okay. So what happened with this team, with Aiden version, is the idea is Jasmine attacks, ultimates, then Helios will kill Jasmine. When Jasmine is going to die for health, Aiden will protect, will shield Jasmine. Okay, so Aiden is the protector of heroes that do critical hits against Helios. Okay, so it's much more difficult. So let's go to see an example. I go here and I say, I don't have Helios, as I mentioned before. So let me put here, where is Helios here? So I don't have Orion, sorry. And then here, we need another tank because Sebastian there with Isaac. Okay, let me put Luther. I don't know how it will be. I know Luther is very good against progress. Okay, something like this. Okay, we can see a battle. I will see what I'm talking about here. Check how much damage is going to do Iris and how much damage is going to do Helios. Of course, you need here an increase of magic penetration, so Orion will be much better than Luther. But the idea here is, well, you see it's melting the team already. The idea of using Luther is to reduce the damage that Astaroth is taking. As you see, Astaroth almost doesn't have health. Indeed, the whole team doesn't have health almost. So we need to be careful. This is what I'm saying. If this team was Lara level 80 and Julius level 80, it will be a different beast. Okay, so if we go here, you will see the damage that Helios has done, almost 800k, and Iris has done 1-3. Okay, if you go against the team I was showing you before, like the one with Aiden, we are going to replicate the team, and we will see the difference here. This could be quite bad. I think I will do 10 because I would like to show you one where we lost, and also I would like to know like how bad or good the team is. And then I'm going to put Luther here. Okay. 4-6. Okay, you see the difference? It's quite obvious. So we can see here what happened. You see, there are a couple of times where they survive. Let's see why. Because it's Jasmine, right? And you have Iris, that is going to burn Jasmine, and you have Helios, then it will counter the critical hits. So it will be super interesting. First thing we realize is with the Mars of Jasmine, Luther almost doesn't have any health. Jasmine has already ultimated and was able to kill Helios. And the reason has not died is the protection of Aiden. Okay, you can see how different is the battle with when Aiden is around. And also the combo of Aiden and Lara of Hell Regeneration makes the team much stronger. So if you go to healing, you will see what happens here. This is itself, okay, but you cannot see the shield protection. Anyways, you see the difference here, quite big, okay? So this is the second team I have seen a lot. And then the third team is the Dante Octavia. There are two versions. Dante Nebula, something Octavia. They're the teams of Amira with Martha, the teams of Moyo with Jorge, the team of Cascade with Faceless, or Dante Nebula, Cascade, Faceless, Octavia, or Amira, Martha, or what was the other one? Yes, Moyo, Jorge. All these teams has disappeared quite a lot. Also, these teams have a lot of issues and a lot of problems versus the Arachne and Barry team. So, for example, in mine, I'm going to fight this one here, okay, which is the new one, which is Lara with Aiden. Super strong team, particularly mandatory if Dante and Lara are level 70 or above. This team changed completely. It's going to be much more difficult. Right now, I see this team, so I say, okay, Ambari Arachne, which is going to stop Dante, and then Dante Octavio is going to be finished. And because Nebula boss Dante, if I stop Dante, I stop half of Nebula. Nebula, the only thing it does, it makes much stronger the left and right hero. Okay, if I null Dante with Arachne and I tell you of Ambari, I have null half of Nebula and Dante. Okay, the next one is Judge, because it's going to protect Anbari. It's going also to seal Anbari and the last hero. And then here I'm going to put the combo of my own Lara, which is works well against Lara itself. And then I'm going to use Fafnir. That is going to do stance, which is ideal against this team because it does stance to the whole team. And also it's going to increase the power of Lara. Okay. So if I go with this team, in theory, I should win. Okay, A2 is because probably I have changed something. I will need to remove Fafnir and maybe put Cascade, maybe remove Judge and put Faceless, some variation like this. Okay, but I would like to show you like this, for example, what is going on here. In this we lost 2 heroes, but I want to show you what happens here. My Dante is level 75, by the way. I forgot to mention this. Okay, and Bar is losing too much, and Arachne is not doing yet what need to be doing because it's targeting more Nebula than Dante. And you see Dante already 500, it was like 500k of health, and this was because Anbari, okay? And then this save, the combo Fafnir Lara is what kills this team. Okay, you have an idea here of what happens there. We can see damage, 2 points of damage, and a little bit of Arachne, and then healing Lara a little bit. Okay, so it's a matter to kill. You need to do combinations. Okay, so but this team, particularly with a strong Lara and a strong Dante, is a very strong team. The other approach that I have seen is very old team already. Dante with Octavia, so Dante Octavia with Jasmine Sebastian and Lara. Other option is I remove Lara and I put Kim Miao, or I put Morgan. Maybe the new hero, I think it will be a very good hero here. Maybe, okay? So this is the another version that I have seen. And then another version I have seen is the one that go with Corvus, Dante, Octavia with the Fire Siblings. Okay, another version that I have seen for Dante Octavia that is good. Difficult again, these teams are not good teams attacking, are good teams defending because it's difficult to find the 10-0. And also something to take into account, if you play with Kayla Aiden in Dante Octavia, who plays with Tristan and Oya. So the version to play with Tristan and Oya is Astaroth, Tristan, Oya with Jasmine Fafnir. Okay, so you put in this thing Kayla Aiden, you will put Jasmine with Oya Tristan. Okay, and I will show you how usually you need to play with this, because as you see, Lara appears in multiple teams. Fire siblings appear in multiple teams. So how do you build this? So I will show you a defense that I am trying right now. This is my defense. Okay, sorry, like Corvus, Dante with Octavia, Fire siblings. Then I play with Progress, and I play with Lara, so Progress with Lara Sebastian, and then here, because I'm using Kayla Aiden, I put here Jasmine. There is a lot of things. Like another approach could be this team here. We know is the weaker team. Despite Soya Tristan, because he's playing with Jasmine, is relatively easier to beat. Okay. The idea here is Kayla Aiden, you need to put Morrigan to avoid resurrection, in theory. So then I put Astaroth here because I know you are not going to have Morrigan with you. Okay. But good and bad. However, this team is also weak because Progress with Sebastian Lara is good. You have a very strong Lara, which I don't. It's my next hero I am going to level up. But I will prefer to play with Aiden, right? So if we go here and say, look, I don't care. I prefer the version of playing with Aiden. So I would like to move here Aiden. And then I will put here Jasmine. Okay, so I lost Aiden from here. I lost Jasmine from here. Okay, but what I can do here is, okay, very similar team. I come here with maybe Kayla. And then as a tank, maybe I put Corvus, for example. Or I put Aderti Chava. Because I won't like to counter to counter, right? The only thing is 549, you already know this is a dirty Chava. Obvio, okay, but anyways. I didn't have time yet to invest in Kayla. Okay, so this is the thing on Oya. And then we go here, and then we start from zero. We have Dante Octavia, but we cannot put Lara because Lara and Aiden is here, right? So what I can put here, I can go back to the traditional Nebula, Cascade, and Faceless. Okay, so what is the result of this? Average team, okay team, no bad team, good team, because it's the Jasmine Sebastian is always difficult with Lara and Aiden. It's a good team, in my opinion. But then Dante Octavia is weaker. Before, I think my Dante Octavia, the previous one, was stronger. My Progress team was weaker, and this was weaker because I have Jasmine. Okay, so at the end, it's like what they decide. Like, the point is, which team is always difficult to beat? Dante Octavia. So putting this team, these heroes, I am reducing a lot of the value of Dante Octavia. Careful here because it could be that, and I fight against, if this team Cascade is level 80 and Dante is level 80, it's a difficult team to beat. Okay, so you need to take into consideration this type of things. Other options I can say, okay, let's remove this because I know there is a lot of Arachne teams that do a lot of damage. I'm going to put Corvus Morrigan. Corvus that is Eternity hero, is strong, protected by dodge from Octavia, and gives a lot of dodge to Eternity heroes. I play with Morrigan, very good combination with Octavia for the give me armor penetration, which is good with Sebastian. And then what else I can put here? Imagine I put here Morrigan. Martha. Think about this team right now, right? Like Heidi, Nebula Heidi teams against Octavia, they do damage to the last hero and one before the last usually. But usually the last hero, the fourth hero, Martha. Martha has a lot of health. You are not going to kill Martha. Martha can auto-regenerate. Morrigan is going to help Martha. This is not a problem. Maybe we can go with Satori. Maybe you kill this team, maybe you don't kill the team. And you don't have resurrection because it's Morrigan in the team. So you could have a very good luck, kill 2 heroes with Satori, or maybe you kill 1 hero only, you charge completely the hero of energy because the Fox of Satori can be dodged because it's magic attack, and then you are going to have a big problem. Also, if you charge Martha, Martha is going to ultimate and it's going to make the whole team to go 2 times faster. So you need to be careful here, right? So probably this team is candidate to be beaten by something like Astaroth, Martha, Sessa, Aiden, and something else, maybe Jorge, maybe Faceless, something like this. Okay, probably this team can be beaten by this, but not by the traditional Satori or by the traditional very common of Heidi Maya, nor for Arachne, because Arachne and Barik will not counter Dante because Corvus is the first hero, plus there is no Nebula here. So it's not like when you counter Dante, because Nebula is close to Dante, you also are countering half of the times of Nebula. Now you only counter Corvus a little bit because you stun Corvus, but you're not going to stun Dante, and you don't affect Nebula because Nebula is not here, right? So maybe this team is better. Maybe, look, I change now my defense and I go with this, and let's see what happens, right? In my opinion, this is concerning because it looks very strong. It will be difficult, but the moment that you find the team, which I mentioned before could be a good team, you will be able to beat it. And at the end, Astaroth, Sessa, Aiden, they are not like really relevant heroes, right? You don't need these heroes for beating these two teams here, right? This one is difficult to beat. It's not easy, I can tell you right now, particularly if Julio and Lara are level 80. This team here is difficult to beat. And then we have this one here that it requires a little bit of investment and requires a little bit of luck. But with the Darty, Chava, if Kayla and Oya Tristan level 65, Kayla level 80, maybe Fafnir can protect Kayla, okay? So this is how it works. Like, you need to decide how to do it, you need to test it,